I'd like to show you how to write your CV in Italian, and I just did a Google search and found this particular website, so I'd like to acknowledge the website, Galassia Arte, and let's look at what they suggest. So first of all, start with your dati anagrafici, so these are your personal details, nome, cognome, nato a, residente in via. I hope you remember all of these from our very first unit. Maybe some of you may have forgotten. Residente in via is your address, so you just add address after the word via, which means street or road. Cap is where you would put your postcode and everything else you should know. Okay, so ignore this thing here. It's just giving us advice saying to include a photo. Now your next title, so that's the first title, dati anagrafici. Your second title would be titoli di studio e formazione. So we have laurea in, and you're writing what your degree is. So for example, laurea in medicina presso l'Università di Milano, for example, or if it's going to be something more realistic for the IB writing task, then you would put, as they have here, maturità, so you put again the date, so 2012, and you just put maturità is fine, and you could just state liceo, MLC, Sydney, Australia. Okay, then your esperienze professionali. Stage is work experience, unpaid work experience, and it has presso. In this case, la casa editrice, which is a publisher, you could put anything after presso. So presso is the word that we used before the location. It could be presso la ditta, the company, and you write the company name. It could be presso il negozio, and you put the shop name. It could be presso l'ospedale, and you put the hospital name. It could be presso lo studio legale, and put the name of the law company or office, law firm. It could be il ristorante, and you put the restaurant name. In the next bit, it has tirocinio. Tirocinio is again is prac, basically the translation of prac. And again, you have presso, and in the example, it's agenzia di web design, so a web design agency. Again, we could just use all these types of nouns followed by the actual name. You can even add the location, la ditta Apple di Roma, because there are many Apple ditte, so you would specify di. Il negozio blah blah blah, maybe a Roma, as in giving the location, whereas di is specifying which one. Then we go to lingue straniere conosciute, and you just list the language and the level of language, so scolastico, meaning that you just did that at school, and then you have ottimo scritto, discreto parlato, so great written and satisfactory spoken, and he's a translator in Russo. Conoscenze informatiche, and you can divide it into sistemi operativi, and just give some lists as they did there. No need to explain that. You can add altre capacità e competenze if you have other skills and expertise. I don't know, music if it's relevant to the job you're applying for. Driving if it's relevant, just whatever's relevant, otherwise don't use it. Abitudini professionali e personali. This is where you describe your personality in relation to a working environment. So here he says ad esempio, he's just giving you an example. So do not use the word ad esempio, you could just write predisposizione al lavoro di squadra, buona capacità nel rapportarsi con gli altri, and you could add things like puntuale, punctual, etc. Creativo. Altre informazioni, other information. What they want here as examples would be publications, references. So you could probably best to ignore that one there, not to use it at all. Patenti in possesso, if you have any licenses, so driver's license if needed. So you would write something like patente di guida. I can't think of anything else that would be relevant. Interessi ed hobby, he's telling us to list them all. So don't copy this sentence, just actually list what sports you play. So you'd write the list, basket, calcio, etc. Le vostre letture preferite. So you would say something like gioco o pratico tanti sport come basket. Actually, let me just do a sticky note for this, a bit easier. So calcio, basket e yoga. Leggo, I don't know, romanzi gialli e riviste di informatica, so IT magazines, and cosa vi piace fare nel tempo libero? So tempo libero, suono il pianoforte e scrivo poesie. I write poetry, something like that. And progetti e aspirazioni professionali per il futuro. You can add this if you wish. And the example is lavorare. So these are your aspirations, your dreams for professional dreams for the future. Lavorare come direttore editoriale per un'importante casa editrice italiana. So this person wants to work as an editor for an important Italian publisher. You could have lavorare come stilista per I don't know, Giorgio Armani, per Valentino, per una marca famosa, something like that. And don't worry about this last bit here.